Hey, look, shout out to all my people holding down the job. Anybody right now who got a job, shout out to you, man. Hey, I love that, bro. I love that. Listen, the future of the W 2 employee is guaranteed. Watch this. I was just thinking, man, and I'm not going to lie to you. This really occurred to me several years ago. I remember when I first got introduced to Dave Ramsey, I was hearing about people calling into the show, canceling their card notes, trying to pay off credit. Like, I even called the place that we got our card note through, and I was trying to negotiate. I was trying to, hey, can I get the car back? I'm trying to really be on the Dave Ramsey stuff. But I realized several years later, I realized that you don't have to do that. You don't have to be anxious. You don't have to be worried. I don't care what type of job you have. I don't care how bad your credit is. I don't care what's going on right now in your life. Here's the deal. You can get out of that situation. Do you know that several years ago, when me and my wife first, and this is the only reason why I was able to come to this conclusion. Several years ago, me and my wife bought a Jeep, and the Jeep was really for her, and the interest rate was ridiculous, man. I'm talking about I thought I really got played. It was horrible. It was a horrible deal, man. The guy really played me, and I'm not even gonna say the guy played me. I played myself because I set myself up for the situation. I allowed myself to be put in a predicament where somebody took advantage of me because I wasn't prepared. I wasn't where I needed to be. So it was what it was, but I was able to recover from this deal. And recently I looked at how much I owe on the truck. I owe a little bit under or like a little bit over 11,000, probably like 11,100. And I'm thinking in my mind, wow, all these years later, I remember first getting the truck. I remember refinancing it. And then now I'm looking at the tab and I'm going, wow, I really worked this thing down. And it's crazy because there's been times where I've been discouraged. There's been times where I didn't have the most money. There's been times where I'm going, what am I going to do? And I'm looking at this bill that has went from like 40,000 because of this crazy interest rate, went from like 40,000 to 30,000 to now 10, a little bit over, what did I say? A little bit over 11, maybe right underneath 11, but it's at about 10,000 now. And it's tripping me out because I remember going, man, I never had this paid off. It's over. I don't know what I'm going to do. And slowly but surely, I've been able to keep making. I'm talking about this is minimum payments. This is minimum payments. And this is what I love about being a W 2 employee because this is who I am. This is what I started as. I do have a side business, or I do have a business. Let me stop saying side. I'm speaking things as though they are. I do have a business that I work as well. But right now, I also have a job. And by only making the minimum payments, this is why this is so powerful, bro. This is why this is so powerful for the W 2 employee because all you got to do is follow the basic steps. All I've been doing with this truck is paying the minimum payments. And right now I'm getting ready to beef up the payments, but I've been making the minimum payments. I'm talking about the card note was originally $750. Man, bro, I was so hurt when this happened. And then we was able to get it reduced down to $525. Bro, I'm getting ready to slap a little bit more cheese on there because I'm able to. My wife pay some of it, and then I'm able to throw a little bit on there, and then we, you know what I'm saying, collectively, we gonna just snowball this thing down. But bro, I don't care what job you work. I don't care how many bills you have. It may take some time, but eventually you'll be able to work that thing down. And that's what we've been able to do. I'm really looking at this tab like, yo, that's all we owe? That's it? And this is about to be this note is about to be out of my name. Therefore, now what? I'm going to be able to go back to the bank and they're going to see, oh, Mr. James, you have good history with us. So why wouldn't we want to extend you another loan considering you were faithful over the few? You were faithful over this loan that you took out over this amount of term. You went from an initial loan, refinanced through us and still paid it off. Why wouldn't we want to do business with you again? So what are they not going to do? You think they're not going to give me 10 bands alone right off the cuff, right off the dribble? And then what I'm gonna do, turn around and go use that 10 bands, bubble it over here, and basically triple or double the profit. Come on, man. All I'm saying is, I don't care where you're at. That's why I said I love the W-2 employee, because not everybody, but a lot of people are so negative about their job. Like, man, this job is trash. It don't pay enough. And to be honest with you, it don't even really have to pay enough if you get to a point to where you got a good budget to where you're minimizing your spending habits. You don't need to make a whole lot of money. You can use the little money that you do have, save, be a minimalist, and then now you're able to double your income by saving and spending less. You'll be able to get yourself out of any hole, and eventually you'll be able to do that thing that you love to do as a hobby full time, because you won't need the most amount of money to live on, because when you had that job, you were faithful over the job, you paid down your bills, and now your bills are to a minimum. So now you don't need that much money to live on, because you're not out here trying to rob Peter to pay Paul. You're not out here trying to keep up with the Joneses. You are out here on the straight and narrow on your own path, figuring this thing out, and you're able to live off of the bare minimum while everybody else is trying to keep up with the Joneses. You're able to survive off the minimum and be free and not have to worry, because why? You don't need as much money, because why? Your bills are bare minimum. You will be able to kill them off that. And you'll be able to save so much more off of that. There is so much power with being a W-2 employee. And this is why I'm just trying to record the journey. Like, yo, looking back, that's where I was at. That's the type of mindset that I had when I was a W-2 employee. That's the type of mindset that I had. And look where I'm at now. I was able to work myself up with this type of mindset. And to now looking back, looking at now where I'm at, I'm a millionaire. I'm a multi-millionaire. Come on, man. I'm flying private jets now. This thing is serious, man. You have to speak things as though they are. And I'm looking at my future, man, and my future is mighty bright. And I just want you to look at your future and know that your future is mighty bright. I want you to be encouraged by this message and know that just because you have a job right now doesn't mean that that's going to be your future. I have a lawn care business, and I remember this was probably right now 3 years ago. I remember riding down this back road on my way to my last apartment. I remember riding down the back road thinking, I was listening to a YouTube video, and this guy was saying, in order to go full time in this lawn care stuff, you have to figure all this type of stuff out. And at the time, I had all this debt. Actually, I had less debt than what I have now, but I just thought it was just so much. I'm going, man, how will I ever get to this place? And now, looking back, it's just like, wow, how could I have ever thought that? But you don't know what you don't know, and I didn't know. And now I'm trying to share with you what I know, and I know that you can get there. It may take you some time, but that's okay. Do you understand what better gift is it to give yourself going into your 40s? I don't care what age you at. What better way for you to go into your 40s, 50s, debt free? Watch this. You may have somebody that may say, "Oh man, what about Social Security? What if they cut it?" Bro, watch this. What if you got you a job, right? What if somebody that's on Social Security right now, they got an additional $1,500 of debt that their Social Security is going on? What if you're going into your 50s and 60s debt free, not having that extra $1,000 to $1,500 a month on going to debt? What if you didn't have that extra money going to debt? What if you just had the bare minimum expenses? Do you know that you'll be able to survive going into your 60s not being able to work versus a person who did go into their 60s and 70s and they was able to get Social Security? You got to understand the type of game that what's going on in the world right now. Most people don't have their stuff together. So all you have to do is focus on the little that you do have and just do right by it. Get yourself in a position to where you're able to save. You're not going over budget every month, and you're able to pay down the excess bills and the debt and the stuff that you don't need Bro, do you realize you could put yourself in a better position than most people in the world? That's why I'm not even worried, man. I'm not worried about a pension. I'm not worried about a 401k. Well, I'm worried about the 401k because that's what I'm contributing to, but I'm not worried about nothing that this world was supposed to give to me. I'm not, none of that was guaranteed to me. I'm thankful for what has been given. I'm super thankful. But I got to do this on my own, man. It feels so much better. It feels so much better when you go, man, I did this on my own. Then, yeah, I'm collecting my social. But here's the deal. This ain't no knock against people that is getting that. You know, they worked for that. But I'm saying they talking about they gonna take it from me. So right now I have to earn. Right now I have to earn what I can. And right now I need you to be encouraged to know that what you have is enough. What you have is enough to pay down your bills. Oh, Mike, but it ain't enough. Listen, do you understand? I don't care if you got $50,000 worth of bills. Do you know that in a year or two, it might be at 40, another year 30, 20. It's going to eventually work itself down. So I need you to just stay encouraged and just keep throwing as much money as you can to that thing. And you'll start realizing, man, you'll start realizing that when you stay focused and you stay the course, time is going to fly by. And before you know it, that loan will be worked down. And before you know, your credit will be back up to where you can get a loan, you can pay down, you can pay more down on more debt. You can save more now. Then you might get a bonus, extra overtime, whatever it is, a hustle. Once you start saving more money, you'll have more clear thoughts. You'll be able to move different. Let's talk. All I'm trying to do is set you up because nobody set me up. Well, I've had different people set me up, but a lot of this stuff I'm figuring out on my way to the top. And I just want to share it because somebody helped me out. So I just want to help out whoever I can. That one person who was like, yo, let me watch Mike today. Let me watch KIRT Network. This is for you, bro. And I appreciate you for tuning in because it means the world to me because somebody gave me this information. I'm not supposed to be where I'm at today, but by the grace of God, I'm here. And I just want to help whoever I can along the way. So those who know, yeah, this part of the segment. Those who know that, now that you know, I need you to pass go and collect your 200. Peace.